निपुण भारत, निपुण भारत, निपुण भारत.
Who understands child psychology more? Will be elder or children? The answer to this question is the children will understand child psychology more than elders. Who has written child psychology? The elder or the children? Definitely by the elders. By doing some experiments, the elders have written about psychology of children. Instead of believing in it and giving it undue importance, I would rather actually check what is happening in front of me. I will do only such an activity which will be pleasurable for the child, an activity which the child will enjoy, and an activity which will not be burdensome for children. The activity that a child is doing by himself, the child is going to enjoy the activity, and that activity is absolutely correct according to child psychology. So in the activity that we are doing, here the children are enjoying, they are completing the portion in the 1/3 of the time, they are enjoying the entire process. Then why we are stopping ourselves from doing it? What is our problem? Why are we stopping the students? There is no reason to do this. So this process is not unnatural at all. In fact, it is very natural. How can we prove this? In our entire life, we have seen that the problem is the elders feel that children have lesser knowledge. Many of you must have completed your D.Ed or B.Ed. While doing your D.Ed or B.Ed, have you studied for the entire year? None of you have done that. Then what have you done? You have studied for 15 days or a month prior to exams. Now when people move ahead, how do they do so? They learn with speed and move ahead. No one does the same activity throughout the year. Because we have already understood that it does not take much time to complete the portion, then why do we consider children to be small? Why can't children also do what we can? They can definitely do it, and it is natural. Let me give you an example for that. Children study every day. But when you tell the children to complete their schoolwork soon because today we are going to watch movie in cinema hall, don't they finish the studies much earlier than expected? They finish it early, right? At the time, what is the motivation? The motivation is I want to finish this quickly and do something new. So you should have platform and such activities when you can tell the students to finish the portion quickly so that they can do new activities. This is what Wablewadi is doing. They tell the students that if they finish their portion in 1/3 of the time, they can go ahead and learn dancing. You can learn dramatics. You can learn robotics. You can learn coding or programming. Students actually want to learn all of this. We do not know when this will be introduced into our portions. We do not know then they will take risk of putting it in portion. But as a school or a teacher, we can definitely take this risk. And if you have to take the risk, then the students should have completed their portion before time. Then there is a scope for them to learn all these new things. What am I doing with children today? Forget the one from the school. What are we doing to our children? What is happening with him? You are limiting his time by putting the portion for entire year. We want to complete his textbook, but he wants to learn skating. He wants to swim. He wants to do a lot of other activities. He is not finding time at all to do these new things. He is not finding that time because he is indulging in his textbooks and his portion for the entire year. You can stop this indulgence when you give him the confidence that he can learn with much more speed. Some people ask these questions. What happens when it is exam time? If a child is completing the entire portion in 1/3 of the time, how much time does he require doing revision? Start working from June. By June, July, August, textbook is completed. When it is exam time in April, he can do the revision in March. After this revision, he can appear for the exam and still score a good percentage. Question is not of what will happen to the child. Students can do it easily. But as a teacher or a manager, am I in a position to remove it from my mind? I am limiting myself because of my preconceived ideas. This is an important point. We have to understand that children can do it. It is very easy for them. Like I give you an example of the movie. Our sisters do it in our houses as well. At the time of the summer season, there are a lot of additional snacks that have to be made, and that requires a lot of time. But does it mean that the ladies in our house stop preparing regular lunch or dinner that is needed? In fact, they finish cooking the daily meals quickly and then find time for the extra snacks to be prepared. Lot of examples, a lot of times when we are already doing this, finish one work quickly and in the remaining time do something new. Then why can't children do it while learning? Why do we feel instead of doing this, the children should keep on learning portion the entire year? Learning constantly is important, but learning portion constantly is not necessary. Why are we expecting something like this? Now both you and your student's problem is going to be solved.